here with Vlad Kreimer.
No, I'm Glenn from SOMA.
Oh, sorry.
No, we can redo it. We can redo the video if you want.
You look like him.
Yeah, maybe I look like him, but I'm not him. I'm from Belgium, so.
What in your site I read organismic synthesizer and
Yes.
romantic engineer.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Well, it means we have a different approach on synthesis in general. So basically, most of our instruments use like the ground, which is the power, and the connection between the human or the musician and the instrument. So it's like it's an instrument to play, like a classic instrument, like a guitar or something. If you don't play, there's nothing. We don't send notes like a classic keyboard to our devices. We usually take it from the ambient side or from the random side, where we can generate multiple sound ideas and textures in sounds, which are hard to find in classic synths, because we use so many cross modulations in our devices. They sound totally different than what we were used to hear over the years. So in a romantic way, because we make love with the instruments, and organismic because it's self-creating. A lot of our instruments make a lot of noises themselves. So you can play them as a normal instrument, but you can go really crazy with them. And I think that's one of the goals or one of the success formulas we have with SOMA, to have this different kind of approach into soundscaping and everything what's behind that. So yeah.
It looks like to me like an acoustic instrument.
Yeah, it's an acoustic instrument, but it's based on power.
Yeah.
So we still need the power, which generates the voltages to these kind of devices. But yeah, even if we go into our ether, for example, this was our frequency receiver. So you can walk around with this device just on batteries, and it will generate noises and sounds by getting closer to electronic devices. So usually mobile phones, when there's a lot of traffic and data transfer, we get like very nice results with these kinds of things, and it makes people aware that there's a lot of things happening around our heads without even noticing. So when you start using this kind of devices, you get more into the realistic world on radiation and this kind of stuff. So it gives you an idea how dangerous some devices are when you're getting close to them. Definitely mobile phones.
It look like very far from the use of VST instruments like plugins, computer-based.
Yeah, it's not computer-based. The only thing we try to integrate in Terra is we have the MIDI out, so you can use it as a master keyboard, let's put it that way, and it sends out MPE as well. So in terms of modern synthesis on VSTs, you can create or you can play VSTs with the Terra. It's a very nice instrument to play VSTs, and it receives very clearly the CC messages on channel 16, 17 and so far. So you can, if you're really into MIDI, there are some things you can combine with SOMA gear, which makes it interesting in the production phase, because sometimes we really want to record something and some notes as well. So yeah, it's possible. It's not that it's not possible, but not every device is suitable for this. So like Lyra, for instance, is really a drone synth. It's analog microtonal, so it's not for this kind of purposes. But yeah, we have some stuff there.
SOMA Cosmos doesn't have MIDI as well, but there is another firmware that makes it possible to use it as a looper.
Yes, we have like a few firmwares so far. We're working on a new one as well. I can tell you a little bit of a secret there. So people who have the Cosmos will probably can turn it over into actually a synth. You can play it as a synth in the next software. But right now we have the original software, which has this SOMA approach, which means that is very random and it's based on seconds. You record your loop and then it starts to modulate in between the 2 delays or 4 delays or into granular or into reverb. But we have like a rhythmic software as well, so it will react on drums like a usual looper. Of course it's not quantized, but still you will be able to do like four on the floor stuff with this thing. There's a pitched one as well, so you can create like very easy like chords. If I dial in a C or something and then I tune it up until an F or something and I play another C and I do this task like multiple times, I get like a very rich layer of sounds from just one device. I'm just layering it with the Cosmos. And then the fourth one is a rhythmic one and also with pitch. So you get like this rhythmic basic looper action in combination with pitch. So they have like 4 at this moment, and then there's one to hook them up in together with more Cosmoses. But usually we stick to those 4. So the original one, the pitched one, and then we have the rhythmic one and the pitched rhythmic one. And then the synth is coming very soon.
I have one, but I haven't tried the other firmwares yet.
Yeah.
But I will. It's a very interesting instrument.
Yeah, and it's an easy process because you go to the website, you download the firmware on an empty USB stick. It needs to be formatted at FAT32. That's very important, and it doesn't exceed like 32 gigabytes because otherwise the storage device is too big to read for the Cosmos. You just put it there in the root, you put it in the Cosmos, you hold the record button and you fire up the Cosmos, and then you will see the flashing lights that the update is successful. So it's very easy. You can go back to the original software as well.
Speaking of Terra, I'm really fascinated by that instrument, but I have a background as a pianist, so I'm a little scared about it. What do you think about?
Well, we see a lot of piano players interested in Terra because it's one of our devices which allows you to play your 12 notes in a regular octave, let's put it that way. But each preset or each sensor can be tuned separately. So you can have your song in a certain scale, and you can dial in the scales on each sensor you would like to have. So you create your own scale for that particular song or that particular preset, and the scale is saved with the preset. So we have like 6 banks of 16 presets which you can save to. So people who know how to play the piano and they know how to play chords, they really like this instrument because it has so much different kind of engines inside. We have like 32 synth engines inside, so you can do like basically everything which was there from the SOMA sound range. You can basically achieve with the Terra. So I can even put like drums. There's a preset which contains the drums from the Pulsar. So I can play drums as well with Terra, but I can also play like very beautiful bell sounds, very rich chords, very rich polyphonic sounds. So even basses is really low end bass there. If you take like a Moog bass or a Moog kind of bass preset, it sounds really nice. And because it's so playable and it has so many different ranges and timbres, it's really interesting for piano players because their velocity, and they know how to play with velocity and legato things and this kind of stuff, it really reacts very well on the sensors. So that's really nice, I think.
Sold. I will give it a shot.
Yeah, there's one thing, and it really makes a difference for me in this kind of synth. You can put the entire synth engine on a low rate, so it means that everything will be divided. So your sound will be like 2 octaves down or maybe 1 octave down, so it's very low, and the effects become like huge because there's a reverb and a delay in there. And if you take it into this low rate mode, which is the top sensor on the triangle, you can generate like endless reverbs. It's like we can have like huge halls or huge reverb times. So we can have a coffee outside and then we come back after 30 minutes and it will be still ringing on. So it's really interesting. People who are into soundscaping and relaxation therapy, this kind of instrument like Terra, it really touches your soul because it's so sensitive and you can do so many varieties of sounds with it. So I think for me it's really a winner. The gyroscope, if you play it on your lap, you can use the XY angles axis to create like very nice modulations and pitches. So yeah, you should check it out. If you're a piano player, this is the one to go for.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye.